What's growing on, gardeners? On today's 2-minute garden tip, I'm going to show you all how to grow bananas for fruit in locations that get freezing cold winters. I've been growing bananas for fruit successfully for 3 years here in Zone 8A, North Carolina, and I've showed you how I've done that each winter by building a cage around each banana plant with stakes and chicken wire and then stuffing them full of straw. Last year we had an unbelievably cold winter where we had an ice storm followed by an 18-degree low, followed by a snowstorm, followed by a 14-degree low. So I have never tested this method in conditions that cold, that deep into the teens with all that frozen precipitation. So now we are going to peel back all of these cages and see just how successful this method of protection is, and I'm feeling pretty optimistic because I'm seeing a little bit of life on some of these banana plants. After removing all of the straw protection, I'm happy to report that 4 out of 5 of my bananas in the backyard are showing signs of life. It looks like that most of the pseudostems did take some heavy damage because of the extreme cold we had, but all of them are showing some amount of pupping from the base. For my large dwarf Oronoco banana in the backyard, I'm actually very optimistic because while it appears these pseudostems got cooked in the extreme cold, a lot of them are showing lots of green. There's a high degree of probability that the central spears inside are still alive, and although they look pretty bad right now, come another few weeks when the temperatures warm up in May, there's a really good possibility that at least one of these will push a spear out from the center of the pseudostem and that they did survive the winter. However, I am most surprised and most excited to show you my bananas in the front yard. This dwarf Oronoco banana right here is by far my oldest banana. I bought this back in 2017, so this is far older than any of my bananas in the backyard, which are only a couple of years old. This banana plant right here has fruited for me the past 3 years without fail. Because it's so strong and it's so old, every single pseudostem survived. This dwarf Namwa plant right here is my second oldest plant, and as you can see, because it had some maturity to it, it also did pretty well. It's not as old as the dwarf Oronoco that I just showed you, but I'm very happy to report that numerous pups and existing pseudostems from the previous year survived. There's a very high probability that many of the pseudostems that look like they're burnt back still have a living spear inside, and I'm very confident that at least a few of them will push a spear out once temperatures warm up in May. And while most of the banana plants probably won't fruit for me this year because we had such a hard winter, some of them definitely will. And that's today's 2-minute garden tip. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell to receive new video notifications, and check out our Amazon storefront and spread shop in the video description for a list of the gardening products I use and awesome custom designed apparel and other gear. Your support is greatly appreciated.